What up, y'all? It's your girl Sakina Iman, and we back with another video. Okay, so here's the deal. I have realized that there are 5 major things that are keeping people from attaining not just their highest goals in life and being their best, highest selves, but also from receiving their ideal partner. And these 5 things, because I want to go a little bit more in depth with each one, and I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes, I'm actually going to break them up into 5 separate videos. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 is a big one, and it's healing from your past traumas, okay? One of the best ways to attract the things in your life is to feel worthy of that thing. No matter what it is, it could be a partner, it could be a house, it could be a car, it could be a job. Whatever it is, if you don't feel worthy of this thing, you're not going to get it. The main issue with that is that a lot of us are physically trying to run after things and get all these degrees and attain all this money from this fancy job. And we're trying to actively take the action steps that aren't changing our internal reflection of how we view ourselves. The only way to change the way you view yourself is to figure out what trauma are you dealing with on the inside. A lot of the times we want to suppress that emotion, those emotions that came from childhood, whatever happened to you at age 7. And 7 is one of the peak ages that psychologists say grow us developmentally, to where there are things that are ingrained in our subconscious mind from age 7 that we just cannot erase, right? It could have been something as small as our mother yelled at us that one time. And now all of a sudden we made that one time she yelled at us mean that we were just no good, right? So then for the rest of our lives, everything we do is trying to make it so that we feel that we are good enough, you know? And so if you haven't really approached that reality of, oh, you're just traumatized from something that happened to you 20, 30 years ago, you're going to keep attracting people who trigger that trauma, and you're not going to know why. And also, it's a good thing that those people are triggering your trauma, because the universe is telling you, wake up and get help, deal with it. So one easy thing that you can do is to get a therapist, right? Which I think we should stop. As a Black community especially, we make seeing a therapist a taboo thing. We, for some reason, ostracize people who get therapists, and therefore we don't normalize. One of my friends is from Argentina and another one's from France, and they both were like, I don't get why Americans get normal physicals, but then don't get mentals. So in their country, it's so normal for everyone to just get mental checkups. It makes sense, because a lot of the times the things that are physically wrong with us came from something that happened in our mental, right? So that's one huge thing, is to heal your trauma. You will start to see that the way you identify yourself in the world and everything around you, you'll start to see why you were feeling certain things that you feel on a regular basis, why you're saying things to yourself. All these things matter. And if you want to think about a spiritual take on it, some people are Christian or some people are super spiritual, and their means of therapy is either going to a shaman or praying, which is awesome, right? Those things are great. However, even the Bible says that we should seek counsel. In Proverbs 19, it talks about hear counsel, seek instruction, because wise counsel helps us to seek God's best for our lives if we look at things through all sides of the issue. So it's great that you have a shaman or an astrologer, all the things, but when you seek counsel from all sides, get to the nitty-gritty of your issues, I promise you, you are going to attract all the positive light, because you're then going to know how to embrace the good and bad of you, understanding where it's coming from. And then you can see those things in other people and have more compassion when you're understanding why they're responding and reacting the way that they're responding and reacting. It really does make your heart full when you can truly comprehend, right? Fully understand why people do the things they do, why you do the things you do. So that's it for number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I'm excited to explain those because those are big ones as well. So stay tuned for the other top 4, why you may not be attracting your ideal partner and your ideal life. It's your girl Sakina Iman, and I'll see you next time. Peace.